Mr. Bisman, thank you very much for having us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this show tonight, this party of the new mobility world. I'm pleased and very thankful that you invited Google to be a co-presenter of New Mobility World, also together with our friends from Facebook. Hello, Christoph, how are you? So, as I was announced, I'm in charge together with colleagues, for the partnerships with car makers in Europe. But anyway, what you see back there on my first slide, it's over there, it's not a car. It's a Google project. It's called Project Jacquard, and it is semiconductors woven into textiles. Now, what got that to do with cars and the automotive industry? Just imagine what that could mean if your car seats are able to react to gestures or to touches. That's what that technology can do. And I'll show you a little bit more in a while. Just stay tuned. First of all, this is a very good example of completely different sectors and industries working together closely to bring up something new. That's why we say partnerships can bring innovation forward, and that's what we are here for. Because it's something that we do together with some companies of the textile industry, obviously, and just an example how we can also work together in the automotive industry. Talking about mobility and the automotive industry, we have to keep in mind that car makers and the whole industry have been on the forefront of innovation for more than 100 years. The Fords, the Benzes, the Porsches, many families of the 19th and early 20th century were very innovative people and founded very innovative companies. And still today, if we walk across IAA, we see a lot of innovation. And this is still going on. And this has brought the whole world of mobility to such a huge success. Without car makers, without you guys in this room, the world would look different. And we are very glad that you have brought individual mobility and transportation to all of us. But with a huge success, as we just heard from Steve, there are big challenges on the horizon. Not only in cities, but everywhere we see a lot of cars, stuff in the roads, but that's just only one aspect. So how can we solve for that problem? Again, our keyword here is partnerships. And we're in partnerships with the automotive industry for a long time now. For a company like Google, which is 20 years old, 12 years is a long time. So we started in 2005 with our first implementation of successful Google products into cars. What you can see here is historic imagery, because the first implementation of a Google product was Google Maps and Google Earth into an Audi. That's 12 years ago. And since then, many more OEMs joined partnerships with us. So today, we are having more than 50 partnerships in this field. What then kicked in during the last 10 years, as you all know, is the evolution of the mobile phone. Because the products we built in 12 years ago were still shaped to be on the laptop or on your desktop computers. Only the older ones remember that there were desktop computers. Now everyone is having their smartphone. Every woman, every man, every kid cannot sleep without the smartphone, cannot wake up without the smartphone. And we are part of that success story too with our Android system. It has been a great success, but with great successes also comes great responsibility. And we noticed that people not only want to miss their phone when they go to bed, they also keep it in their hands when they're driving. You all know that, and maybe some of you did that today or will do that tomorrow. And this is dangerous, as you all know. Don't text and drive. So we try to bring those two form factors together, the Android phone and the car. And what developed is Android Auto, as you know. And today there's 52 OEM brands using Android phone to combine the two worlds of mobility and mobile phones. This will develop into another application. As you have seen earlier this year in May at our Google Developers Conference I/O, Audi and Volvo will use Android system as an open operating system for their entertainment system and interior car steering in the future. So this is an open system, no data goes to Google, and the car OEM and the supplier can use it and build up on that system. So that's the next step of Android. So what we did in the last 10 years, together with partners from your industry and with other industries, was turning Google into a mobile-first company. That was a big shift for us because, as you know, we came from the desktop. So we had to reinvent ourselves. In the short time frame of only 20 years, we now see the second iteration of Google. We also have to reinvent ourselves all the time. The next iteration of Google, and not only of Google, the next iteration of computing, as you all know, is machine learning. Because now we are able to train machines to make better decisions themselves than maybe programmers could do. And our CEO, Sundar Pichai, said 1.5 years ago that machine learning has to be a core for Google and that we as Google employees have to rethink everything we do because machine learning will be so strong in the future. And this future is right now because you cannot find a Google product today which is not built on machine learning. What does that mean for the automotive industry? Basically, it's 5 pillars where machine learning can really make a difference. And some of those pillars have been mentioned in the presentation from Steve before. Just look at connected cars. Connected cars, connected with themselves, connected with cities, with traffic systems, with human beings. A lot of data will be gained. A lot of data will have to be processed. So you want to have a very quick, performant infrastructure that computes your data and tells you and your user what to do. Look at marketing and sales. Many, many decisions are done at this very moment. People want to buy their right car for their families, and as we speak, people are researching online. 59% of people who buy a car research online first. More than 50% look online videos before they even enter a showroom. There's a lot of knowledge that we have that we can share with our partners, and we also encourage our partners to build up programs to even gain their own market insights. You can do that with machine learning. Third, ride-sharing services, just as one example for the new world of business models that will shape the future of this industry. Ride-sharing services is completely dependent of the right usage of data because you want to know where to put your cars or your bikes, and you want to know the behaviors of people. When do they ride bikes? When do they use a plane? So there's a big data pool and a big data lake that you have to be able to address and to analyze in real time. Completely different area is manufacturing engineering. From research and development to assembly line, there's a lot of data. In Germany, we call it Industry 4.0. Internationally, we call it Internet of Things. All those buzzwords have to do with data usage in real time. So we can help you with that. Last not least, autonomous driving, self-driving cars. Everybody talks about that. we are sure that next to our Google's sister company, Waymo, there's so many other opportunities to partner, because Google can partner with you if you use Waymo or not. We can help you get the best out of your data that a self-driving car obviously will gain every day, every minute of the day. So that's the foundation of our future partnerships. And only in partnerships we will be able to solve the problems and the challenges of the future. We are talking with OEMs every day, and we are seeing a lot of interest in many areas that I just presented. And if you want to talk with me or with some of my colleagues later, there's some people from the cloud team here, also at the booth of our partner SAP in the back. You can do so. Now, coming back to Project Jacquard from the beginning, that's what a very traditional company did with our technology. It's Levi's. Levi's jeans company built the commuter jacket that can be worn on a bike like that, can be worn on a motorbike, also in your car, that enables you to touch and to swipe and to also use gestures to steer your mobile phone, which is somewhere in your pockets. So you don't have to put out the mobile phone while you're on a bike when you want to change the music. So this is an example, as I said, how a very traditional company and a very traditional industry can work together with us to innovate. And if I would have a wish, and if I think about Project Jacquard, I just came back from a 2 weeks road trip to Italy with my car, with 2 kids, a dog, and 2 adults, and I had to clean it on Saturday. So I said, why can't we have a button, put the whole car back to the original settings? So please, automotive industry, together with us, let's develop the self-cleaning car. That would be something. If we can find that tonight, it would be a great step for mankind, and especially for me as a father of 2 small kids. So thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed the evening. We're there for discussions as long as you want. Also in the Bahnhofsviertel, I don't know where you bring us to later. Thank you and good night. Thank you.